After finishing in a disappointing fourth place last year in the Class S state championship race, the Bolton boys cross-country team resolved to change the script in 2024. Commitment to training, hard work, self-sacrifice, and teamwork became the team's mission beginning in June. With the team's chief competitor and 2023 state runner-up Hale Ray High School returning all 5 of their top runners for the 24 season, Bolton would not only have to improve their race times for 2024, but outwork, out-train, and outperform their chief competitors in Class S, who felt they were the favorites to win this year's state championship. Bolton was returning all of their top runners as well, but those runners had fallen short in 2023. The Bolton boys powered through the regular season. They were a team on a mission, locked in and focused for every race. They started the season by winning the Stratton Brook Invitational, the first time they had ever done that. They won every meet during the regular season and then beat every opponent a second time in the NCCC Championship meet, making them conference champions for only the second time in history. The only blemish on the entire season leading into the state meet was a second-place finish at Wickham Invitational. Who beat them? Hale Ray, of course, by 25 points, not an insignificant margin. Going into the championship race, all the prognosticators and pundits were declaring that Hale Ray would win the championship. However, there were 7 runners and 2 coaches who had other ideas. They knew they needed a perfect day, and they also knew that slaying their rival would mean immense pain and discomfort during the race itself, not a sport for the weak-bodied or weak-willed. The gun went off, and the Hale Ray boys sprinted out to the lead as everyone knew they would. The Bolton boys settled into position, each runner knowing what he had to do, who he needed to beat, in order for them to prevail. Number 1 runner Shepard Livingston's job was to win the entire race. First place was imperative. Shep ran the race of his life, shaving 19 seconds from his time at the Wickham Invitational, and won the race. Number 2 runner, Dominic Lombardo, had to finish as close as possible to Hale Ray's number 1 and 2 runners, minimizing any damage they could inflict. Like Shepard, Dominic ran the best race of his life, slicing 10 seconds from his invitational time and finishing in 6th place, immediately behind Hale runner's number 2 runner. Number 3 runner, Davin Duffy, had to beat Hale Ray's number 3. Anything less was unacceptable and would probably spell defeat for the team. No pressure. Devin ran a whopping 26 seconds faster than he did at the Invitational, a huge personal record. Meanwhile, Hale Ray's number 3 ran 9 seconds slower than he did at the Invitational. Davin beat his opponent by 33 seconds. This would prove decisive. 3 runners, 3 personal bests. But the race was far from over. Cross-country races scored the top 5 runners, and racers are always won or lost based on the performance of the final 2 runners. Everyone matters. It is the ultimate team sport. Number 4 runner, Christopher Allison, had to try to beat Hale Ray's number 4 runner. Chris had lost by 43 seconds to him at the Invitational, but he had to beat him now, or at least significantly shrink the gap. Chris delivered, beating the 4th opposing runner by 5 seconds. Now it was down to the number 5 runner, a spot where Bolton was historically weaker than Hale Ray. All hopes for a championship depended upon an unprecedented performance from the Bolton number 5 runner. Nathan Atkins, Bolton's usual 5 runner, pushed himself like he never had before. At the 2-mile mark, he was running the race of his life, but maybe he pushed a little too hard and his muscles began to cramp. As he began to falter, Andrew Rose, the number 6 runner, recognized what was happening and hoisted the hopes for a state championship onto his own shoulders. Andrew turned on the jets, found an effort level he did not know that he had, passed his teammate Nathan, and finished 5th for Bolton on this day, something he had not done all year. Andrew ran 65 seconds faster than he had at the Invitational, a mind-boggling PR. Where did that come from? It came from a bonding of friends and teammates, miles and miles of shared running, and the passionate desire to not let your teammates down. We can all accomplish more than we think we are capable of when we do it as part of a team. Of note, Mateo Garcia finished 7th, having just earned the final varsity spot after running a giant PR the week before. And Nathan, who gave it all in the Class S race, returned to the same course 5 days later and recaptured his spot as the Bolton number 5 runner by running 36 seconds faster than he had at the Invitational. So in conclusion, Shepard was the Class S state champion. Shepard, Dominic, and Davin all earned all-state honors by finishing in the top 12. The team beat every team on its schedule multiple times when they defeated Hail Ray a second time 5 days later at the State Open. The team finished 14th at the Open, making them the 14th fastest team in Connecticut, regardless of school size, including schools that enroll 10 to 15 times more students than Bolton. It was the team's highest finish ever at the Bolton. Undefeated NCCC champions, Class S state champions. This with the team's 7th state championship, but we can state unequivocally that by any metric, this was the best Bolton cross-country team season ever.